This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania was in our area today, and he talked with residents about a variety of topics, including pension reform. We'll fill you in next. Hello, everyone, and welcome to FYI on SSPTV. I'm Ken Cara. How would you react if you were eating breakfast at a local restaurant and a well-known Pennsylvania official stopped by to chat? That's exactly what happened this morning at Tom's Kitchen in Sugarloaf Township as Governor Tom Corbett dropped by. We talked with Mackenzie McGeehan of Shikshini and Jim and Susan LaPena of Jupiter, Florida, who were in the area visiting family.
He walked in and I wasn't really sure who he was at first, and then I asked my grandmother, is that Governor Tom Corbett? And she's like, yeah, I think so, and I was a little shocked to see him here.
What'd you say to him? What'd you guys talk about?
We just talked about what I'm going to do after high school, what grade I'm going into, how the breakfast was, what he likes to eat, things like that.
Do you have any interest in politics?
Yes, I do. I follow politics, yeah.
It was a shocker. I did recognize him. His campaign commercials are on TV, and I was happy to be able to wish him luck.
What do you teach?
I taught 5th grade for 35 years in Okeechobee, Florida.
And so I'm sure you had to teach social studies or, politics a little
Everything, yes.
What did you and the governor get to talk about? Say, well wishes or?
Mainly football.
Football, really?
He found out I'm a Dolphin fan, and I begged him not to bully me.
Is he an Eagle fan or is he a...
He's a Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
I got to talk to the governor about the fact that we are able to come up to visit his family, and we really enjoy going back and forth from Florida to Pennsylvania because it's so beautiful here in the summertime.
Now, today's stop by the governor is part of his statewide tour, calling on the legislator to bring property tax relief to Pennsylvania residents and pass meaningful pension reform legislation. While at Tom's Kitchen, the governor sat down with residents and officials. Cunningham resident Ron Shatter and Dr. Francis X. Antonelli, the superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District, were among those who weighed in on the issues.
We raised 3 children in the area, and with our limited resources, we are concerned about the rising taxes, especially the school district taxes that are going on that are hurting all of us in the area here. Are we going to be able to keep our homes as well as other people to the rising taxes? The district's vision with the Magnet Academy is a step forward in bringing paying jobs to the area. We need our legislatures to address this problem right now at this point in time for our future children out there.
A few short years ago, 2009-10, totaled $2 million. Presently, our contributions to this system total $13.5 million. And in 4 short years, our contributions will be at $20 million. Folks, we need meaningful pension reform, and we need it now, because this system undoubtedly is driving us toward the edge of the financial solvency cliff. And without meaningful reform, we're going to crash and burn. Put it into realistic numbers for the taxpayers. Our property rate tax increase in our largest taxable county, Luzerne County, has doubled in the last 5 years.
I do not blame the teachers for this. And the teachers have made their contributions. School districts in the state, prior to me coming into office, they didn't keep their promise in many instances. Many of the school districts across the state. That should be made absolutely clear. But there is, as the superintendent said, a day of reckoning that we have to come and recognize, because as his father said, there won't be anything here for all those people if we don't do it. Now, we've asked for very modest change. Actually, I asked for complete change.
That's
what
we need.
I took it right on. We couldn't get a legislator to even introduce the bill, because it would have said we need to change the entire system somewhat back to the way it was. Let everybody keep everything they've accrued since that point, but you got to change that multiplier back to where it was. It would help considerably. That would provide some immediate relief.
Governor Tom Corbett was in our studio today to tape 2 shows with Sam Lassant. The governor will discuss pensions with Sam in part 1, and that Sam Lassant show will air tonight at 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Next week in part 2, Governor Corbett will hit on education, the state liquor stores, the lottery, the Jerry Sandusky scandal, and more. If you would like to watch part 1 of this special interview over the weekend, pick up a standard speaker for the times when that will air. Hazleton police are investigating an assault that took place inside a South Pine Street home. According to police, 2 men gained entry into the home and assaulted 2 people inside, an 83-year-old man and a 15-year-old male. At least one of the suspects brandished a gun during the assault. Then the 2 fled the area on foot. One of the victims was treated for his injuries at a local hospital. There is no word on the severity of those injuries. Police described the 2 suspects as Spanish-speaking Hispanic males between 20 and 40 years of age. One was reportedly about 5 foot 9 inches tall, and anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police by dialing 911. In other news, the Holy Name of Jesus Parish in West Hazleton will be holding its annual summer picnic this weekend. The event will include homemade food, live music, and games.
This particular homecoming picnic will introduce our plans in order to renovate the Transfiguration School, which has been closed for 8 years. Okay, we'll begin that process. We'll introduce it at the picnic, and then at that particular point, begin to raise the money in order to do a full renovation of the school.
The picnic will be held Friday, July 18th from 5:30 to 10:30 p.m., on Saturday, July 19th from 5 to 10 p.m., and Sunday, July 20th from noon to 9 p.m. The event will be held rain or shine. Now from the desk of the Hazleton Area School Board, please note that the school board's regular monthly meeting in July, originally scheduled for July 24th, has been rescheduled for Thursday, July 31st at 6 p.m. The meeting will be held at the Hazleton Area Career Center's large group instruction room. Use the administration building interest. Our media partner, the Standard Speaker, will have more coverage of Governor Corbett's visit to our area on Friday. Reporter Kent Jackson was at Tom's Country Kitchen when the governor was speaking to local residents, so make sure you get your copy of Friday's paper for that and more. Plus, they have some information on the governor's visit already up at standardspeaker.com. Coming up next, we get nutrition tips from a registered dietitian, and after that, we'll learn about a special cultural event that's happening in our area this weekend.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We're in your community today talking about healthy habits, and one healthy habit, of course, is getting plenty of water. We're here with Amy Cartwright. She is a dietitian, and today we're talking about grilling. Obviously, in the summertime, we want to enjoy as much of this beautiful weather as possible.
Yeah, so get outside, cook outside. Grilling is a low-fat option to, take away some of the fat in some of the foods that you're eating, or just not using fat when you're cooking. So it's a great way to get outside and get some healthy cooking going on. And there's so many different things you can grill now.
Everything.
Obviously all your meats, your lean fish, salmon you can grill shrimp, chicken we have here, steak, all different types of marinades, whether you're doing barbecue sauce or other kind of marinades, just to kind of spice it up. You can do something different every night.
You can do corn.
Yes.
Right? What about shish kebabs are another good idea?
Right. Zucchini, even on a shish kebab, or again, just kind of doing it grilled. An easy option for this, again, is also using tin foil. Wrap up, if you're going to do some vegetables, wrap it up in the tin foil, place it on there, and it's done in a few minutes. So again, it not only is it healthy, but it can be very easy too.
Right, and instead of getting your kitchen all hot with the oven going, I know some people, they like to leave their windows open. You could head outside. Sure. You can have this, everyone involved. My husband he's like the expert on grilling, and he likes to do like potatoes and onions and peppers, and he sautés it in Italian dressing or light Italian dressing. And again, grilling it, you don't need a lot of products, I think, to, incorporate your grill.
Right.
And it's something, again, a good choice that you have out here is the chicken, or
chicken breast, right.
Getting involved with the zucchinis and the cucumbers. You grilled cucumbers?
No, but they could be a good addition to a salad that you would have when you're...
I have to try that tonight, grilled cucumbers.
No, but again, it could be a great addition to a salad that you may be having with your meal when you're outside. Again, fresh vegetables are very abundant right now in the summertime. So going to your local farmer's market, or if you have a garden, grocery store, getting all those fresh vegetables to go along as a good complement is good. Also with the cucumber, we talked about hydration during the summer. If you're outside gardening or just being outside grilling, adding some cucumber and lemon to a gallon of water and let it sit for a couple hours and then drinking it, delicious. So again, it may increase your intake because it has a little bit of a flavor to it.
Very good. Next week, they are changing the nutritional labels, and we need to be aware and educated on these nutritional labels. We'll talk about that next week on Healthy Habits here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Remember our weather shot earlier in the week of Men of Marion Stadium? Well, now we have one featuring the new Fun Fest banners that were hung up yesterday. So I'm all set for fall. Football and Fun Fest, I'm in. But let's not rush summer. After all, it's not even Shark Week yet. Here's your local weather forecast from the National Weather Service as summer continues. Tonight looks like a nice one. A little cool, mostly clear. The low is 53 on the extended forecast. 77 degrees and sunny for Friday. 58 is the low on Friday night. Another nice day on Saturday. The high is 78. Saturday night, there's a small chance of showers on that night, and the low will be 60 degrees. Sunday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. 76 is the high. It'll be mostly cloudy at night with a low of 57. Monday, the high is 77, and Monday night we'll get down to 58 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
A rather unique event will take place this weekend in our area. Lisa Sugart has the details.
Have you ever been to a powwow? Well, guess what? You have the opportunity to do just that this weekend right here in our area. And I am pleased to be joined by two of the people who are making this wonderful event possible. They are from the Wyoming Trail Council, and to my left is Lynn Littlewolf, who is the chief of the council, and to my right is Robin Summerbird, who is also with the Wyoming Trail Council. Lynn, I'm going to start with you. I guess tell us how this came about and what your council is all about.
Well, the Wyoming Trail Council was formed in 1995. It's an intertribal Native American organization. We are governed in the old Lenape, Delaware way, but we are intertribal. We have members from many different tribes. Powwow is a way for us all to come together and share our traditions and our tribal ways, and to dance. And we put on a show for the public as we do so. But it is kind of a way for us to, for just a short amount of time, step back in time when times were better and times were good among our people. So that's why we do powwows and, basically share our culture, but we also share it and we educate at the same time with the public. This powwow started, I think it was in 94, 95.
All right, well, it sounds like it's going to be a great event. And Robin, you're going to tell us some of the specifics about what we will be seeing this Saturday and Sunday.
There'll be the dancing, the drumming. There'll be a tomahawk throw, so people can come out and try their skills with the tomahawks, with throwing. We'll have a teaching teepee that the kids could go in and look at different things, artifacts and that. We'll have a lot of craft vendors that will be selling their Native American crafts, jewelry, knives, clothing, you name it. We'll also have some food vendors with Native food, and we also have a diabetic educator that will be talking to people about diabetes because that's very prominent among the Native people.
This is a wonderful event, and it's going to benefit not only your organization, but another one as well.
Yes, we do this program to benefit our Native organization and also the Anthracite Scouting Organization who sponsors us at the camp.
Are there a lot of people locally who are members of the council?
Yes, there are. We have people, we're kind of scattered around, but we have people in like the Nescapec area. We're, a group that's pulled together from, I would say, we have members from other states.
And the most important information that we want to tell you is the time and place, Robin.
It's at Camp Rhodawanis in Drums Pennsylvania. It's exit 262 off Interstate 80. It is Saturday and Sunday, July 19th and 20th. Our gates open at 10 a.m. and grand entry is at 12 noon both days. It is $6 for 12 and over. Anybody under 12 is free. Everyone's invited to come out and enjoy our powwow.
All right, a very historical event, a very interesting and educational event, and a fun event with great food and vendors, so come on out and don't miss it this weekend.
So check that out this weekend. And here's what's going on in tonight's community calendar. Luzerne County District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis' office will host a concealed carry law and castle doctrine seminar. The seminar will take place Monday, July 28th from 6 until 8:30 p.m. at the Nanticoke Municipal Building, 15 East Ridge Street in Nanticoke. Space is limited, so to reserve a seat, you can call the phone number 570-825-1714. And now the Pennsylvania midday winning lottery numbers for this Thursday. The Daily 529, the Big Four 4194, Quinto 88606, and Treasure Hunt 2, 3, 10, 24, and 28. We will check out the Hazleton Street Hockey League playoffs after this break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
In the Hazleton Street Hockey League Varsity Championship Series, the Phantoms have lived up to their name. They have come back from the dead. Down 2-0 in their best-of-5 series, the Phantoms tied things up last night with a 3-0 win over the Barn Burners. So that means there will be a decisive Game 5 on Friday at Beach Street. But before that, let's take a look back at last night.
After this victory, the Phantoms gathered in a circle, counted to 3, and screamed Men's Warehouse. During post-game interviews, I tried to figure out the meaning of the cheer.
Men's Warehouse. I don't know. One of my offensive players, number 8, Josh Skotek. Men's Warehouse. I don't know. He just came to one game, and you're gonna love the way you look. I guarantee it.
Okay, I'm still a little confused, but let's go with it. Mr. Coombs, you're going to love the way you look in these highlights. Both goalies look good in this one. Derek Coombs for the Phantoms and Andrew Horst for the Barn Burners. But here, Coombs is beat, and he may have to buy Kyle Miller a 3-piece suit from Men's Warehouse because he saves the day.
I came out and I thought I had it, and the next thing I know, I look back and the goal's just rolling there. I was like, oh my God. And I seen one of their players swatting at it, and they missed, and I just seen Kyle come in and save my but it was big. I was real big.
So instead of trailing by a goal while being down in the series 2-1, the Phantoms still had a chance to strike first in Game 4, and they did in the second period. That's when Jake Stover put this shot away off of a pass from Shane Cole. Coombs and the Phantoms defense stopped the Barn Burners from finding an equalizer in the second period.
And my defense is always great. I mean, it's not always the goalie when you have a shutout or when you play any game and you win, but if your defense is playing good, your goalie's going to have a great game, and you're obviously hopefully going to win the game.
They did win the game as Miller scored in the third period, and Austin English added this goal for the Phantoms when the Barn Burners pulled their goalie. Miller had the assist on the third goal.
You guys were down 2-0 in this series. Talk about the comeback you've made. I mean, what have you guys done? Did you change anything or just keep playing your game?
Just kept playing our game, playing hard, physical. Eventually, had to happen.
Believe it or not, this is Coombs' first year in goal for the Phantoms, but he does have some experience.
We'd always play at Weatherly, that's where I'm from, and I mean, I just always played goalie because we have a rink down there, and when I came up here, I intended to be goalie, but then I came up and I was playing offense, and I liked it there, and then for once, I just figured this year I'll try goalie because our goalie is gone.
So Coombs gets one more game in goal for the Phantoms this season, and it's a big one. The final game of the championship series against the Barn Burners.
There's an interesting fundraiser being held by the Hazleton Street Hockey League next Saturday, and you can learn all about it and more about the league itself on FYI Weekend. You know what else you can watch this weekend? The British Open. Kelly Tillman, who works with NBC and the Golf Channel, gets our tweet of the day, and it's about the leader after one day, Rory McIlroy. How about this stat? McIlroy is 57 under in opening rounds this year and 9 over in round 2. We'll see if that holds up. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, happy 37th birthday to Patricia DeGangia Freeland from Chris, Mom, Dad, Anthony, Joe, and Uncle Frank. Another announcement, happy birthday Mary Jane Starzik. Love from your family and friends. One more quick announcement, American Legion Mountain Post 781 will be holding its annual car cruise Sunday, July 27th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Registration opens at 9, cost is $10 per vehicle. All vehicles are welcome. For info, call 570-868-5362. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Marcella Florence Wanzer of Hazleton. Memorial is Saturday at 10:30 a.m. from the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Gertrude M. Stinson of Nuremberg. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. John J. Pustai Sr. of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 9 a.m. in the Holy Rosary Roman Catholic Church. There is no public viewing. Arrangements are by the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Stanley J. Sosar of Hazleton. Funeral is Saturday at 10:30 a.m. from the Furo Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Alan F. Bredbenner IV, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements are by the Nikos C. Elias Funeral Home in Allentown. Joseph F. Shalansky of Cunningham. Funeral is Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. John Argenziano of Mountaintop. Memorial is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Friends may call from 10 to 11 a.m. Denise M. Wilkinson of Junedale. Memorial is Saturday at 8 p.m. from the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Geraldine Hilligus of Hazleton. Mass is Friday at 9:30 a.m. at the Queen of Heaven Parish. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Anthony F. Iwanowski, formerly of West Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church. Friends may call at the church from 10 to 11 a.m. And Frank J. Kelp, formerly of Tamaqua. Services will be announced by the Zeiselman Roach Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Elizabeth Hogash of St. Clair. Elizabeth, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Hey everyone, remember Governor Tom Corbett is on the Sam Lassand Show tonight at 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. This is part 1 of his interview with Sam. Part 2 will air next week. We are back on the air tomorrow at 5 p.m. Until then, take it easy everyone.